A top official at the Department of Homeland Security says the Secret Service is being, as he put it, responsive to investigations into missing text messages. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th insurrection has requested messages sent before and during the attack, but the Secret Service said that the messages were deleted as part of an agency-wide phone upgrade. Records show agents were warned several times not to delete the texts. For more, let's bring in CBS News Homeland Security and Justice reporter Nicole Sganga. Hi there, Nicole. So tell us, are the individual agents cooperating with the investigation? Do we know that?
Hi, Lana. Well, Secret Service officials tell CBS News the agency has made every agent available to the January 6th committee so far, some as far back as April of 2020. And that includes some names that our viewers might recognize. Former Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations under the Trump administration, Tony Ornato, the head of former President Trump's security detail on January 6th, Bobby Engel, as well as the head of former Vice President Mike Pence detail on that day, Tim Giebels. But a lot has happened since the January 6th investigation first launched. Revelations about these apparently deleted text messages, but also White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony before the January 6th committee about what went down in that presidential motorcade right after Mr. Trump's address on the Ellipse on January 6th. Members of the January 6th committee, including Representative Adam Kinzinger, have said that for their part, there's been resistance from some of these Secret Service officials to return before the committee. He and other lawmakers have pointed to the fact that Engel, Ornato, even the driver of the motorcade on January 6th, have obtained their own private legal counsel. But Director of the U.S. Secret Service, James Murray, pushed back on that. He said in a statement that since day one, he's directed personnel to cooperate fully and completely with the committee, adding that the agency is currently, quote, finalizing dates and times for officials to make themselves available to the committee for follow-up inquiries.
Nicole, last week, the DHS Deputy Inspector General ordered the Secret Service director to halt its internal investigation into these deleted texts. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the Department of Homeland Security Inspector General directed the Secret Service to stop its ongoing internal investigation into all of this. So officials within the agency had previously been scouring over what's called the metadata of 24 Secret Service officials whose text messages had been subpoenaed by the January 6th committee. So that includes information about the time that text messages were sent, the texter's phone number, and the text recipient's phone number to try to figure out if any of the deleted messages qualified as government records. And that activity has actually been put on ice since the instruction from the Office of the Inspector General came in a letter late last week to the desk of Secret Service Director Murray. The argument here is that the agency's own investigation could step on the Inspector General's ongoing criminal investigation. Now, Lana, we should point out the fact that specific charges here remain unclear. You heard that word criminal, but any evidence of criminal wrongdoing would have to be referred to the U.S. Attorney General by the DHS Inspector General, who would ultimately make the decision about whether or not anyone lands in court. Another wrinkle here, Lana, this new directive from the Inspector General's office could interfere with Secret Service's attempts to respond or even cooperate, as we mentioned before, with the January 6th committee subpoena, or even a different request they've gotten from the National Archives, who's asked the agency to submit a report within 30 days explaining the circumstances around these seemingly missing text messages.
Well, Nicole, you spoke with the Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security Monday. What role is the department playing in all of this?
Yeah, there's this question of how does the U.S. Secret Service juggle all of these requests from oversight officials, and that is where DHS comes in. We mentioned earlier that the agency has pledged to be cooperative with the January 6th committee. We also reported that the DHS Inspector General effectively pressed pause on all of the agency's digging through its own internal matters. So now DHS officials tell CBS News they're conducting a legal review to figure out how to best proceed here if the DHS Inspector General General does refer this case to the Attorney General. If it proceeds, there's a concern that officials may not be able to appear before the American public or even a congressional panel, say before they give a sworn deposition. Today, Deputy Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, John Tien, told CBS News that Secret Service is working to be responsive amid these multiple investigations. The Deputy Secretary called the agency very proactive in responding to different events. But bottom line, Lana, if this does elevate to a criminal probe, well, the agency may have to let one investigation sit while the other proceeds.
All right, Nicole, thank you.
Thank you.